Aside from phony, another word getting lots of attention from the president?
This growing inequality of opportunity. We've tolerated a little more inequality. Inequality will continue to increase.
You heard it. President Obama using the word inequality more than the word growth at the Illinois speech. To Fox Business Network's Charles Payne, who says that is a problem. Tell it how it is.
It is a serious problem. The president talked about growing inequality in results and opportunity, and he talked about it being morally wrong. You know, Stuart, if you and I came into this building and there were different sets of rules for you and I, that would be a morally wrong inequality.
Yes.
If I dropped out of high school in 11th grade and I smoked weed all day and you worked your way through college and you made more money than I did, that's not inequality, that's just. That's what America is. Here's what the president did. He tried to condemn capitalism. He tried to condemn success. He promotes mediocrity, and he makes excuses. He's been making excuses for people to fail in this country instead of being honest about it. Same speech. People who lost their homes through no fault of their own. People who lost their jobs through no fault of their own. You know what? If I own a business and I have 10 employees and things get bad, I'm not going to fire my best employees. So to a certain degree, maybe you did lose it because you weren't up to snuff. But the bottom line is the president is pushing this agenda that America is somehow a mean-spirited country without opportunity, and we're going backwards, when in fact, every single year we get closer to that more perfect union that we strive for.
All right, now listen to this. I've got a bite from the president's speech where he's talking about rising social tension, and I want your comment on it. Roll it, please.
If we just stand by and do nothing in the face of immense change, understand that part of our character will be lost. Our founding precept about wide open opportunity, each generation doing better than the last, that'll be a myth, not reality. The position of the middle class will erode further. Inequality will continue to increase. Money's power will distort our politics even more. Social tensions will rise as various groups fight to hold on to what they have or start blaming somebody else for why their position isn't improving.
Social tensions will rise. What do you make of that?
In my mind, and I hate to say this, but I think President Obama would love to see civil unrest in this country very much like the Arab Spring.
He wants to see it?
I think so. I think what he's trying to do is sort of spark this revolution against the wealthy, against the 1% who are holding us back, who are hoarding this money. You know, the Democrats, and the president used this in his speech yesterday, talk about the top 1% and how much wealth they controlled in 1979 and how much they control now, saying it's quadrupled, as if it's the same group of people who've been greedy with money and greedy with opportunity. You know who it is? It's a kid like LeBron James who's born in the bottom 1%, and now he's not only at the top 1%, but his salary skews that 1% to make it look 400% better. What that number shows is the opportunities of America, not the bad part of America, the good part of America. I'm telling you, Stuart.
Wait a second. You've got more on this. You've got a special on the Fox Business Network. I know it's tonight at 8 o'clock, but I want to give our viewers a quick sneak preview of what you're going to say later on the Fox Business Network. Let's see it.
Every day, people think about how they can improve their lives, build for a better future, a better retirement. Many muse about what it would be like to open a hot new restaurant or come up with a cool new computer chip. Well, the fact is most of them will never open a restaurant or become engineers overnight. Yet even as we daydream of schemes to strike it rich or make better lives for ourselves, too many people think the stock market is the wrong place to achieve such dreams. If you're one of the millions of Americans that doesn't think that they're in the stock market, you must watch this special. If you're one of the millions of Americans told investing is so complicated, your best bet is to hand over your hard-earned money to a pro, you must watch this special. If you're one of the millions of Americans ready to take control of your economic future, you must watch this special. Because this hour, we're going to show you how to make this market your market and how to make your mark on this market starting now.
I'm going to paraphrase what you're saying there. Let me make sure I got it right. You want people to have a piece of the capitalist action.
Absolutely. I want to empower the so-called middle class because making them fearful hiding and cowering in fear. That's not what America's all about. Too many people, Stuart, see me in the street and say, Charles, I'm not in the market. I look at them, they're wearing a Nike sneakers, an Under Armour shirt. I mean, my man, you're in the market and you're making someone else rich. Let me help you at least connect the dots. I want to remove the fear, and I want to remove the kind of stuff that's hurting this country.
Well, you're my colleague on FBN, and I'm cheering you on.
Thanks a lot.
Everybody watches 8 p.m. tonight, the Fox Business Network with Charles. Many thanks, Charles.
Thanks, Stuart. Appreciate it.
Thank you. If